Okay, so next we have Mr. Paul, please.
Mr. Rayburn, you were preceded as U.S. envoy to Syria by James Jeffrey. What do you think of the job he did as U.S. envoy?
Senator, thanks for that question. Our objective, I served as his de facto deputy, with the title of Special Envoy for Syria. We were working very hard to bring pressure, in particular on the Assad regime, to try to come to an end to the conflict. We didn't succeed in that by the end of the Trump administration, but I thought we got pretty close to bringing enough pressure to bear on the Assad regime.
Do you share his worldview?
Excuse me, Senator?
Do you share his worldview?
Senator, I have my own worldview. Ambassador Jeffrey had...
Do you consider him to be a role model or a mentor or someone that you admired?
He was a very close colleague, Senator. I worked more closely with Ambassador Jeffrey than with almost anyone else I've worked with in my government career. This is true.
In your close work with him, when President Trump asked that the troops be removed after the defeat of ISIS, James Jeffrey has admitted that we were always playing shell games to not make it clear to our leadership how many troops we had there. Were you aware of that at the time?
Senator, I remember the incident you're talking about. He gave an interview to the media shortly after he left office, and he made some comments that were inaccurate. They were not correct.
Were you aware at the time that there was a game being played with the numbers to try to trick Trump into thinking that the troops were 200? Ambassador Jeffrey would go on saying, yeah, he thinks they're 200, but we're playing shell games. There's really a lot more. Were you aware at the time that this was going on?
Senator, I think that was a very unfortunate comment by Ambassador Jeffrey because, among other things, as a State Department person and me as a State Department person, we had no role in reporting troop numbers to the president and no role.
Were you aware of any deception on the part of James Jeffries or others, or complicit in that deception as to how many troops there were in Syria?
Absolutely not, Senator. Absolutely not. Never participated in any such thing. Never would have participated in any such thing. I never saw it. I don't think that...
Were you part of an email exchange discussing obscuring troop levels?
Not to my knowledge, Senator.
Did you have any oral conversation with Jeffries over underreporting the numbers in order to try to maintain troop levels against the wishes of Donald Trump?
No, sir.
It bothers me, quite a bit. I think what James Jeffries did is, tantamount to treason, basically, that this went on. He, I think this wasn't the first time he had displayed his colors. He signed a statement saying that Donald Trump was not qualified to be president, would be dangerous, lacks character, values, and experience, continues to display an alarming ignorance of international politics, and lacks the temperament to be president. It's amazing that he was still there, but also amazing that you still consider him to be a close colleague. So that does disturb me. And when he made these comments in 2019, did you make any public comments disavowing what he said or saying that it was untrue, his comments regarding hiding troop levels from Donald Trump?
Actually, Senator, I had to testify before the House Foreign Affairs Committee shortly after that, and I think I received that question, and I believe I responded that it didn't happen. That in my experience, that what Ambassador Jeffrey unfortunately mischaracterized in a media interview absolutely did not happen.
No further questions.
It didn't happen, Senator. It did not happen.